Welcome back to another episode of Garmer's Garage. In this episode, we're going to show you how to do an oil change on our 2012 Chevy Camaro with a 3.6 liter engine.
Let's get started.
All right, this is our first time actually looking at this car. And based on the conversations we had, we got some trust issues already. And for all you guys out there that have a small garage like we do, and don't want to become driveway pancakes, we recommend using some car ramps. I believe the ones we're using are called Rhino Ramp. And whatever you guys do, do not forget to put the tire shocks. Lock it in, make it safe. You know, when we bought this car, we weren't expecting a glowing review. We just wanted our first project car to be cool, not overpriced, and something we could fix together. And I think that's why we chose this 2012 Camaro. She wanted something cool to drive around and show off her friends, and I just wanted to spend a little bit more time with her. Here's a question for you guys. What's the purpose of building a project car anyways? You know, I'm sure some people say hobby. Others say, hey, I'm doing it for the money, right? I think for me, I just want to teach this kid a little bit of mechanics and how to fix your own car and change your own oil, change your tires. You know, that's the purpose of being a dad, I guess. And I think this car is a pretty easy one to learn off of because this Camaro has a cartridge style oil filter housing, meaning that it's mounted on top of the engine, not underneath. So if you're new to oil changes, you don't have to worry about the spin on metal can style, just this paper filter cartridge. So there's not a lot of mess, and you don't have to worry about getting oil all over the place. And to get the filter out, all you really got to do is grab a 24mm socket, loosen that filter top cap, and just spin the ratchet around a few times and become nice and loose so that you can start spinning it off by hand. It really doesn't get much easier than this. These top-mounted filters are so easy to access. Just reach in and grab the cap end, spin it a couple times, and then out she comes. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Wow! I think doing your oil change is pretty easy for the most part. It really involves just taking out that filter, draining your oil, and then when that's all done, you just go back to the top and kind of reverse the whole process. Now when it comes to getting the new oil and new filter, that's pretty easy. You just go to the parts store, kind of tell them what you got for a car, what make and model, and they kind of do the rest for you. It's pretty easy. Let us know in the comments below if that's what you'd like to see in our next video. Well, it looks like she's just about to wrap up here. She's got the new filter in there. Torque the cap and boom, you're done. And now the filter's back in, all you gotta do is put the proper oil in. You can find that on the internet. It'll tell you how much oil you need, what type of oil you need. In our case, we needed 5.7 liters of 5W30. You'll probably want to add about 5 liters at the start. That's usually what you buy in anyways. You get the bigger containers, 5 liters. Then you'll put it all back together, get it off the blocks, start it so your car is level, and then top up the rest. Like I said, this guy's going to need 5.7 liters. And there's the thumbs up. Like I said, oil changes shouldn't be scary. They're not hard. You know, get that old filter out. Get the old oil out, get yourself a new filter, some new oil. You run it for a few minutes. You don't put all 5.7 liters at once. Run the engine, then top it off. And it's all over but the crying. Except in this case, you're not going to do a lot of crying because this oil change costs like 67 bucks. But you know what that old oil reminds me of? It reminds me of what mi amigo says at Shortcut Garage. It's as black as the bottom of the well at midnight. And there you have it. Oil change is complete. However, this thing came from the dealership. One would have thought it would have already been done. That oil was disgusting.
Hope you enjoy this episode. Like and subscribe.